Who got toys? That's BenDibble. On point like pen scribble. Play, display, and then fiddle. Hang Spider-Man in the middle. Ordering or searching, no matter who the merchant. The collection is what's urgent.
Hey, it's BenDibble. This is my first video. You could probably tell. If not, it's my first video. Anyway, just thought I'd show off my toy collection. I watched a couple videos, checked out some collections, and it's pretty interesting to me. Hopefully this is interesting to you. Just picked up some stuff online off Amazon. Normally I like to go check out local toy shops. There's a couple vintage shops I check out. You can tell most of my stuff isn't new. Some of it's from my childhood. A lot of it's stuff I had as a kid, sold at a garage sale, and bought in my early 20s. I'm 35 now, still collecting and love it. This guy started it all off. I walked to a Blockbuster, had a couple drinks, rented a couple movies, stopped at a toy store, saw Spider-Man in the window. It's like, I'll check it out. Stopped and got this. I think it was like 86 G.I. Joe Stormtrooper. I dig it. Got that, and it's increased every day since then. I'll show you my collection later. Right now I want to show you what I picked up. Did some work for somebody. They paid me an Amazon credit. So I spent it on toys. Check it out. Alright, so I'll show you my turtles later. I don't think I could fit them in this screenshot. This is not for those. I got something else on the way. If this goes well, if you guys enjoy it, I'll make another video. Mausers. Like I said, I got something coming I want to use these with, but I was happy to find something that looks vintage, looks like the old stuff. Came out, I don't know, 5 years ago or something, but excited about these. Black Series Stormtrooper number 9. Got 2 of these. I already have one. Just started about a month ago. Got the Darth Vader set that comes with the display, all the 12 vintage characters. Really wanted all those. It's like, yeah. Started looking at the prices and then started looking at some of the figures. It's like, no, I want to build an army. I mean, it'll be small. I might get a couple more, but I'll show you my display in a minute. Deadpool. I know this isn't the best. There's some more, I don't know if more articulated or definitely more detailed than this, but this is the vintage. This is what I remember as a kid. Looks real similar, so I'm excited for that. And this is definitely retro. I know it's a reuse of an older, or a couple, I think 1 or 2 year older Spider-Man. This one's got a little different coloring, less accessories and stuff like that, but I like the vintage aspect of it. I'm not going to keep it in the package. When I show you my display, you can see there's very little I keep in the package. I'm going to open these up, and I'll show you, when I come back, I'll show you my displays here. Show you my shelves. Let me know what you think. I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. No packages were harmed. Didn't use many accessories, left those. They're pretty cool, not going to use them. I may repaint these, but I didn't like, the black color looks really cool on the Mousers, but just doesn't bring back the childhood memories of the comics and the cartoon. So I'm going to leave those in there for now. I may repaint them gray or silver. Here we go. Let me show off my room here. There's the old I think it's 77 Star Wars ships. Millennium Falcon. TIE Fighter, they're in fair condition. I have a lot of the accessories, a lot of the stickers are still there, but not perfect. It's my wife's beautiful artwork. Godfather's one of my favorite movies. I have every format of it. That's kind of a different subject, but that's what's going on. We got some toys here though. Godfather figure, Godfather bobblehead. Again, every format of the movie. More of my wife's pictures she's painted. Here we go. Close this. Oh, I got my original Nintendo. Original Nintendo, original Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo. Well, we got a little Michael Jackson Moonwalker there. I've got about 200 Nintendo games, all in alphabetical order. Sorry, the light's not great. Let me add some light here. Let's see if that helps. Not really. But just quick glance of what I got. You probably can't read them, but this is about the toys anyway. Just showing off a little bit of what I got. A little bit of Super Nintendo. Regular Nintendo unboxes and Sega Genesis. A couple 32X games too. So the new toys I just opened. It's also an original AT-AT in the 70s. Kind of got a little theme. I don't know if you can see the... I think that's Luke up there. Got the snow speeder. A couple little figures there, but it kind of did a scene there. I'm running out of room there, so I got my Black Series display in front. I had this and I had Vader. It's been about a month since I got those, and then these are the two I just picked up. I just left them with their little blasters because that's usually what they had in episode 3, 4, and 5. Or sorry, 4, 5, and 6. I'm new to this. I'm making mistakes. I noticed I said Stormtrooper instead of Storm Shadow. I don't know what I'm doing here. I see people do this. Does this help? Not when you have a crappy camera. This might be too bright. Let's see. That's a little better. Anyway, giant Scarface figure in the back there. Oh, got some other stuff hiding back there. Here's my Ninja Turtle shelf. My first one that I got as an adult after I'd sold all mine for 20 bucks was this Leonardo. The toy shop where I bought that Storm Shadow at, I went back and there was somebody buying Castlevania Symphony of the Night on PS1 for $40, and I knew I had that game at home, and I talked to the guy after they left. I was like, it's worth $40? Would you buy it from me? And he's like, well, that's not how it works. I'd give you half of that. I'd give you $20. I was like, perfect. I want to trade for a Leonardo. Would you trade for that? So that was my second figure I got it as an adult, and you can see it's gone nuts. There's the Mausers there, you can see. Like I said, I got something that should be here in the next couple days that are going to go with those. Original Playmates 13-inch Raphael. I think that came out 89, 90, somewhere around there. Got a couple little random turtles in the back there. Foot Soldier, Leonardo, Raphael. There's Krang. That's a reissue that came a couple years ago. Toys R Us exclusive. The rest of them are all vintage. It's Bebop, Donatello, Casey Jones. I don't know what year those came out. It was, I think, early 90s. They look just like the figures, but small size. There next to Casey Jones. Michelangelo. On the cheapskate there. I think I'm missing a flag for it, but other than that, pretty complete. The Turtle Van is also a reissue. My wife got me that for Christmas. It was kind of a trip opening a Turtle Van for Christmas, 20 years later, 30 years later, whatever it's been. And then she got me this for Valentine's Day. Giant NECA movie, Leonardo. This thing's a trip. I watched the movie when she got it for me, and the muscles are in the same place as the costume in the movie. I mean, the spots, it's amazing. Got a couple newer figures up there in the back, just kind of tucked away, making room for what I got coming. These are kind of cool, the comic series Playmates. Got Raph as a gift, and then I got just a loose, I think that's Leonardo, no weapons or anything. G.I. Joe. Let me look at my shelf. Yeah, Ace. Got the ship. Monkey Wrench. Sci-Fi. These are all original vintage. I don't have any newer G.I. Joe figures. Got the Swamp Masher in the back. I think I got that on eBay. It was I think it was from Canada, so you see the French and Canadian box there. Most of my vintage stuff I live in Washington State. There's a little place in Lacey, Washington called the Toy Box, and I've gotten a lot of this stuff there. I also do eBay occasionally, and there's a couple other vintage shops I go to. Most of it is from the Toy Box. Really cool place if you're local. Check it out. Again, I apologize. This is an old camera. I'm hoping you're getting a good view of what I got here. It's the Warthog Sergeant Slaughter. I don't know if you guys are old enough to remember this or just plain remember it. It's called Starcom, all magnetic, and just with gears. It's all no batteries, but with gears, opens and closes. Really, really cool stuff. How do I do this? Ah, screw it. I know it works, it's been a while. Said I don't have much stuff mint on card. That's what I got. Bucky O'Hare character, Deadeye Duck. Loved him as a kid. I wasn't finding him loose, didn't want to open the package, so I just got the box, displayed it. Voltron, that's not the one I had, but that's the only Voltron I had as a kid. The lines don't separate, but it's metal and plastic. Really cool figure, but I never got the big one that I wanted. Captain Power figures. There's Captain Power, Lord something or other, his enemy. Lieutenant Tank was I used him with my G.I. Joes. I thought that guy was so cool, though. He's just, I don't know if I don't have enough light or what. Real cool figure. Really liked him as a kid. This is a series called Silverhawks. I think I had one of the guys with the wings, and then this guy was the bad guy. His name's Buzzsaw. Another figure I really liked. I think I used him with my turtles too. And then Shredditor. This bird does the same kind of thing. You push the head back and forth and it spins its wings. Got some muscle men there. Battle Beasts. Most of them have their rub. Barnyard Commando, you remember those? Exo Squad. Got this guy, I have the box for him. Has I think everything that came with him. This one's my favorite. I think that's the only one I had as a kid. This one kind of opened up, just showing what's inside. I thought it was such a cool thing as a kid, the giant robot controlled by a person. Not that they were the first people to do that, but cool concept. Some Micro Machines. Captain America cycle. I had that as a kid, one of the few Marvel vehicles I had, and then the Secret Wars. Those were those are my my characters back in the day, my action figures, the Secret Wars and Superpowers. I'm running out of room, but I dig those. And then I got these Walgreens reissue, you know, the minis, tiny little mini. I got this off eBay. I don't know if you can see, but Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. It was a Comic-Con exclusive. Got a really good deal on that because they didn't have it in stores. And then M.A.S.K. Got the Hurricane 57 Chevy. Several figures, most of them with a mask, not all of them. Got the little, what was it, go-kart or race car that turns into the jet there. Got the bad guy hanging from there. Gumby's just hanging out, whatever. Tiger Stripe Wolverine, that's the one I grew up with. You know, I had both of those, but this one was a pretty awesome removable mask. I think I wore it as a ring when my hands were small enough. There's a newer, smaller size Wolverine. I gotta say, when I was setting up the new figures, the only thing that I knocked over, which I knock over every time I walk by this shelf, is that and that. Spider-Man 2099 little minifigure. I don't know if that's supposed to be Carnage. It looks like Venom, but it's red. Here's my Marvel stuff. See, I didn't really have room. So, there's Deadpool hanging from fishing line. There's the new Spider-Man hanging from fishing line. Got this, I think, at Kmart years ago. It was, I don't know if it's Spider-Man 2. This, I don't know if it's 12-inch or bigger, super articulated, big ol' Spider-Man. Love that thing. Toy Biz. Toy Biz Doctor Strange, that was his first figure. For some reason it was released as a Spider-Man figure. I don't know if he's in the animated cartoon, I think was what it was for, but that was the guy I remember from the comic, you know. That look. Venom with his tongue out. Got that for $3 loose, you know, no accessories at the toy box. Secret Wars Spider-Man, that was probably my favorite figure as a kid. Carnage. He's got the removable mask, but I don't want to see Carnage's face. This was my, other than what I got today, that was the only Legends I had, the 2099 Spider-Man. I don't know if that, I don't know, it's not a cape, but his web wings or whatever. I don't know if that's the correct one. I haven't seen that in most of the pictures I've seen, but cool figure. I got the comics somewhere. I don't really have room to display them. You can see some of my, there's my Venom Lethal Protector. Got a couple comics hanging around, but not much. Yeah, Doppelganger. Hadn't seen this since I was a kid. Found it on eBay. Secret Wars Black Suit Spider-Man. What am I missing? I think I got just about, oh, this guy. Visionaries. Got his little you can't see it. Shield in the back there. Got a little hologram. I don't want to knock anything over because I'm on a hot streak today. But, and he's got a hologram on his chest. Oh, there we go. 3D looking eagle or something on it. My low shelf. So these are all my original as a kid. Well, obviously the Ecto one's newer, but these were all mine as a kid. My mom was a teacher, so she took them all to school when I got too cool for them. Gave them back to me a couple years ago, and I started building stuff, put all my figures together. Quite a few figures there. I don't know if you're going to be able to see. Yeah, we can see alright. My guy's back there. Little pirate scene here. This guy's stealing the treasure box. These guys are chasing him. It's got a little battle going on here. Don't have much room. I need to get a bigger shelf, but Masterpiece Optimus Prime. My buddy said he found this for $5 at Goodwill. I've got the axe hand accessory and that's it, but it's got the crystal inside the chest. It's pretty good condition. I think it was transformed into the truck, so they just thought it's a $5 truck. He hooked me up, still got the stand for it. I don't know if the sounds work. I gotta check I know the batteries weren't good, but I gotta check them. And then here's my Creo stuff. Got the whole Series 2 Creo G.I. Joe. It's not gonna want to focus on them, but hopefully you guys are familiar with them. Whole Series 2. There's the packaging. Figured out the serial numbers, so looked them all up, so I made sure I wasn't buying doubles. And then my Creo Transformers. There's Soundwave, Megatron, Optimus. And you can see, I forget what these were, maybe Titanium series? I think they were part metal, part plastic. There's Starscream. Oh gosh, Unicron. I'm not getting good focus here. That's a pretty cool little figure. There's more Creo Transformers. I got this set at a little shop called Tuesday Morning for $15. Good size Optimus Prime, Megatron. Also came with those smaller figures. Pretty cool set at $15 or something. Beast Wars. This was, I think, the only Transformer I had as a kid. My grandma got it for me. This shark suit. What is on my finger? This shark suit pops open. This robot comes out. He transforms into a tank that looks like a robot folded up with a gun in his back. But had to get that. So many memories with that. I think I ended up spending $30, $40 on eBay a few years ago, but worth it for the memories. These were my Transformers as a kid. GoBots must have been cheaper. So I didn't have this many, but I got a really good deal on eBay years ago. Had a few of them. I have this guy, the medic ambulance. Maybe Scooter, or no, I had the Jeep. Yeah. But, when you grow up and you're like, you got the memories, oh, I always wanted this, I work every day, I can afford it. Might as well buy toys, Shoot. But anyway, I appreciate you guys watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope it wasn't painful. This is my first video. This is a cheap camera. Whatever. Thought you might like to see what I got, so I'm showing it to you. BenDibble. Display them if you got them.
Who got toys? That's BenDibble. On point like pen scribble. Play, display, and then fiddle. Hang Spider-Man in the middle. Ordering or searching, no matter who the merchant, the collection is what's urgent.